नमस्कार, मैं हूँ यश चावला. आप देख रहे हैं CricBait IPL अड्डा on editor जी. It is a great game today. It is the El Clasico of IPL. लेकिन I don't think El Clasico बोलना valid है अभी because it is the match between Chennai Super Kings and Mumbai Indians tonight in the IPL. And to discuss this very important game, I have with me my good friend Pranay, Bhanot, and also my very good colleague Khyati, Patel. Thank you so much, my lady and gentlemen, for joining us today. Let's get the predictions out of the way first. Khyati, let's start with you. It's your second favorite team, Chennai Super Kings. Who are you supporting today?
Chennai Super Kings.
Chennai Super Kings. Okay. Pranay?
Yeah, I mean, I'll also support Chennai. Although I'm wearing blue, but I'll support Chennai.
ठीक है. Any particular reasons why Mumbai Indians? Because they had almost a perfect loss in the last match. और Chennai के लिए, as Dhoni said, they had a perfect game.
Yeah, for me, I think the reason I'm not supporting is because मुझे थोड़ा मुंबई से frustration है about their tactics. I just feel like they still have a good team, but जो tactics है team selection के, I don't think they've gone right. I was hoping कि Brevis को लोग back करते पूरा season, वो पूरा season खेलता. That hasn't happened. Timmal Mills, I like that cricketer. उसको भी back नहीं किया उन्होंने. तो just because they've been chopping their team, तो थोड़ा सा frustrating और उनको support करना. And Chennai on the other hand, I mean, you've got Dhoni, and I think the team is doing well. It makes easy to pick Chennai over say Mumbai.
Okay, but इसी बीच एक खबर आई कि England cricket team has appointed Brendan McCullum as their head coach and he's going to leave KKR. Khyati, surprised or what? Mixed emotions? How would you sum that up?
I think मेरा IPL KKR सबकी तरफ कोई मुंह माया अब ज्यादा बची नहीं है. So I'm like, okay, do whatever pleases everyone. I am okay. I'm like zen. ज्यादा मुंह माया अच्छी बात नहीं होती. It's okay.
Okay, कोई बात नहीं. Someone else will come and coach your favorite team. But anyway, coming back to this important game, head-to-head record पे नजर डालते हैं. इन दोनों टीमों के बीच में काफी interesting रहा because they had a long-standing rivalry. And in the matches played between these two teams, they have managed. Mumbai has managed 20 wins and 15 times Chennai has won the match. Why is this match interesting? Points table पे नजर डालते हैं. The first half of the points table will not get affected by the outcome of this match. In any way possible, मतलब कुछ भी कर लो, ऊपर के 5 को आप हिला नहीं पाएंगे. सेकेंड हाफ पे नजर डालते हैं जहां ये दोनों टीमें बैठी हैं, नीचे और थोड़ा नीचे देखिए, वहां है मुंबई इंडियंस विद 2 wins एंड चेन्नई विद 4 wins. रियलिस्टिकली प्रणय, द बैक्स आर अगेंस्ट द वॉल. यहां से जीतना बहुत जरूरी है चेन्नई के लिए, लेकिन कहीं मुंबई ये सोच रही होगी ना कि हम तो जा रहे हैं, सिर्फ तुम्हें भी ले डूबेंगे.
I mean, Mumbai, I think पिछले 4 गेम से अब वो यही सोच रही है because that's the only thing to look forward to. Chances are not there. मुझे frankly लगता है कि शायद चेन्नई भी qualify नहीं करेगा, although there might be a mathematician who might disagree and कोई scenario pop up हो सकता है. But for both of them, I think it's just I think salvaging what is left of the season. And actually, Chennai, for that matter, I think might try some of their players on the bench जो उन्होंने नहीं try किए हैं. There's the under-19 kid who we've heard a lot about for India under-19 kid who is represent कर रहा था, that's there. And then they've got a bowler like who's like a like for like or copy of Malinga that they might want to try. So both teams trying to salvage. I think they're both just trying to salvage the season, and you might see Chennai maybe trying some new faces.
Okay. जैसे ही आपने बोला, Tristan Stubbs is making his debut for Mumbai Indians. He comes in for the 5-time champions. He's getting his debut cap. But कहीं ना कहीं ख्याति, this sums up the season for Mumbai. Plenty of chops and changes. बहुत कुछ कोशिश कर रहे हैं, लेकिन कुछ कर नहीं पा रहे हैं.
Yeah, I think it is there. It's just like Friends का गाना है ना. It hasn't been a day, week, year that is not going your way. So it's this thing. They had 5 wins at this entire tournament. I don't think anything has been going their way. Bowling, batting, toss, fielding, players getting injury. So I think it's just Mumbai's overall. I think it's just their bad season.
But I don't want to play a devil's advocate. But Pranay, कहीं ना कहीं कैप्टनसी पे भी सवाल उठते हैं रोहित शर्मा के, because अभी तक उनके पास एक बहुत बढ़िया स्क्वाड था and they've been winning consistently. But जहां स्क्वाड बुरा हुआ, he's been found wanting.
Yeah, दोनों ऑन फील्ड डिसीजन मेकिंग एंड इवन टीम सिलेक्शन मुझे लगता है दोनों में आई थिंक दे हैव बीन फाउंड वांटिंग. फॉर एग्जांपल आई वाज मेंशनिंग कि आप अगर फ्यूचर सीजन के लिए आप ग्रूम कर रहे हैं तो फिर आप टिम डेविड और पोलार्ड दोनों को खिलाने का मुझे लॉजिक नहीं समझ में आ रहा है.
सेंचुरी
अगर दोनों फिनिशर की तरह खेलना चाहते हैं, यू माइट वांटेड टू ट्राई समबडी अप द ऑर्डर. वो नहीं हुआ है. एंड देन बुमराह को जिस तरीके से यूज किया है रोहित शर्मा ने, ट्राइंग टू जस्ट सेव देम फॉर द बैक एंड इन द होप के बैक एंड में रन्स लीक नहीं होंगे, लेकिन तब तक सेट बैट्समैन जो हैं वो बुमराह को काफी अच्छे से काउंटर कर लेते हैं. तो लिटिल पीसेस. एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स देयर आर अदर, ही इज हैमस्ट्रंग विद अ half bowling attack. वो भी there's no doubt about it कि the team isn't that strong. But yeah, it's been a bit eye-opening from that perspective.
For Chennai as well, it's been an eye-opening season. But Khyati, if you had to hunt for positives for Chennai this season, what would they be? मतलब क्या आपको लगता है कि वो अच्छे positives हैं जो 2023 के सीजन में दोहराना चाहेंगे?
That is such a difficult question.
Okay, let me give you a hint to start with.
I think they're doing better than Mumbai, and they have more points. But एक outright positive ढूंढना थोड़ा मुश्किल हो रहा है at this point of time. Like, I mean, probably, if you really want to be like, नहीं एक positive तो निकाल ही लेते, it would be those couple of matches when, you saw Dhoni of the old.
Okay.
And there was this hope that, probably now, there'll be more games with him, doing what he does best, is those close finishes. So I think that could be the positive, that we could take from that. Ki ek beach mein last season, a couple of seasons, that Dhoni was really missing. There was very few and far glimpses of that. So I think we saw that more this season. So I think that would be one positive for them.
Okay, एक interesting comment आया साहिल कादरगी से. CSK first left Raina unsold and now unfollowed Jadeja from Instagram. Is everything fine in CSK scam? Pranay, ये तो बहुत weird सवाल है और but valid है. मतलब कहीं ना कहीं लगता है कि desperation has crept into Chennai Super Kings, which they were never, by the way.
It's right. I mean, the way the whole captaincy transition happened, it was very surprising कि अगर पहले से बताया गया था जडेजा को कि वो कैप्टन होंगे तो फिर उसको मिड सीजन चेंज करना इस तरीके से, इट फेल्ट वेरी डेस्परेट. एंड देन द टाइमिंग हैज बीन आई गेस ऑड. इसकी वजह से ये सवाल आया है कि द मोमेंट जडेजा की कैप्टनसी का ट्रांजिशन अनाउंस होते हैं, ही हैजंट प्लेड सिंस एंड ही इज नॉट गोइंग टू प्ले नाउ. तो लगता है कि जैसे ये पूरा इट्स प्लान्ड और टाइमिंग. I think it's not, things are not well in CSK camp, not because I don't think there's anything between Dhoni and Jadeja, but in general I think there is a question mark कि leadership next season में क्या होने वाला है, or what is the go forward leadership. And I don't think उनके squad में कोई ऐसा experienced captain है धोनी के अलावा. Exactly. तो वो है. The other positive I think जो उनके squad के लिए हुआ है, but which is I guess Devon Conway. तो चेन्नई का वो strategy of having that one overseas opening batsman work, that was Hussey or Duplessis or Watson, they've always had that one. They might have found Devon Conway opening batsman, but again it feels a bit, he's also only played 4 matches, तो उसको भी season का positive बोलना थोड़ा stretch होगा. Yeah.
इन दोनों टीमों के लिए सीजन तो बिल्कुल सही नहीं जा रहा है और टॉस भी थोड़ा डिलेड है आज बिकॉज वन ऑफ द फ्लडलाइट्स हैज अपैरेंटली गॉन ऑफ इन द स्टेडियम, सो टॉस इज आल्सो डिलेड. बट ख्याति, इफ आई हैड टू आस्क यू कि इफ यू वर इन द माइंड ऑफ जडेजा एंड आपको पिछले सीजन के एंड में आपको बता दिया गया है कि भैया यू गोना बी द नेक्स्ट कैप्टन ऑफ सीएसके, एंड देन यू वॉक इनटू दिस सीजन, यू हैव योर आईज, एवरीवनस लुकिंग एट यू, और उसके बाद आपके साथ क्या-क्या हुआ, तो what would have been going through his mind? क्या लगता है?
See, I think it's normal human tendency to be firstly like disappointed in yourself. I think that, I mean, of course, given that, being made a captain of a team, and if you compare with being made captain of a team that was previously led by Mahendra Singh Dhoni, pressure का difference बहुत है. But the point is, he's an international cricketer, so he knows how to deal with pressure. So that he would have done, but probably it's just like a case of bad timing that, आपका probably personal form probably was supposed to, maybe law of averages or whatever, it was supposed to, it happened that it went on a decline, and with that you got that captaincy, so it probably muddled with his head and ki, I'm not being able to do this and I'm not being able to do that, because he's always been that match winner for Chennai Super Kings, right? And then from that to actually taking those calls that could also lead to a win or a loss. Like आपकी एक होता है कि आपने खुद के performance पे match जीता या हराया. Like you dropped a catch that was crucial and probably led to loss of a match, or you took a catch and then a batsman who was in good form got out and the other team couldn't score, so you won the match. When you're a captain, it's not just your decisions, it's also the performance of the other team members that you have to take in account, right? So maybe if the other team members like Ruturaj Gaikwad, if he was doing
would have stepped up, maybe it would have been.
So I think all of that, but I all think it's just normal human tendency that first he would be very disappointed in himself and how things have turned out, because it's a huge opportunity first to captain a team and second, to come in place of Dhoni. And also I think then the whole thing, because things lead to controversy ki injury hai ki actually nahi hai, what happened, handing back, like probably even if he didn't have to hand it back, it would still, but when you have to give up something, because so I think there would be a lot going through his head right now, and probably it's a good thing that in a way maybe that he got that break in form of an injury.
News coming in from the match center that lights आ गई हैं और Mumbai Indians have won the toss, decided to bowl first. 2 changes coming up for Mumbai Indians. So सबसे पहले तो Kieron Pollard, the birthday boy, is out. First thoughts, Pranay, on Kieron Pollard being left out.
I think logical decision है. It should have happened at least 3 or 4 matches ago मेरे हिसाब से, because वो bowling भी नहीं कर रहे हैं तो and run भी नहीं बना रहे हैं तो, and Tim David was doing well, so it did not make sense to have 2 players जो एक ही type का काम करते हैं. So I think from that it's a good decision. I think it's के season का break दे दिया है. You might not see Pollard play again. Maybe it's preserving him for next season or whatever. But I think it's a good decision. It's a logical decision.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big statement. We might not see Pollard playing again for Mumbai Indians because international cricket से तो उन्होंने retirement ले लिया है. Is this the end of Kieron Pollard? But Pollard की बात करें, Khyati, what is your favorite Kieron Pollard memory? जो KKR की बात बताना, because I know he has bashed KKR a lot.
I think I would just go with this season 1 when Krunal Pandya took his wicket and tried to give him weird send off, and then that got taken in some other way on Twitter and it just went berserk, and everyone else who's following IPL, like, dude, it's just banter. They've played for the same team for so many years and both of them are just humoring each other. So I think that was really like funny and bizarre कि यार ये लोग तो शायद अपने में मस्ती कर रहे थे, but the internet decided to take offense on behalf of Pollard.
I think my favorite memory of Kieron Pollard was जब उनकी और Mitchell Starc की टक्कर हुई थी when Mitchell Starc used to play for RCB and he kind of bowled a delivery very close and Pollard went backed off, bat फेंका था, लगा नहीं था, but काफी controversy हुई थी. But over and all, has been a wonderful servant to Mumbai Indians, to say the least. But I really hope he gets a couple of more games. एक farewell मिलने का तो मौका मिल ही जाए. But another question from Sahil coming in: do you believe that decision in a T20 match is taken from the dugout, as there are 4 timeouts in such a short format of the game? Pranay, you want to answer that question? How much is the role of the captain, coach, and the analyst sitting at the dugout?
Yeah, it's a good question. So if you take Ian Morgan for example, KKR जो last season वो captaincy कर रहे थे, तो you could see कि Ian Morgan के साथ जो उनका एक computer analyst था, वो एक codes रखता था print करके, and 1 to 6 के बीच में I think वो codes होते थे, and he would just flip them. तो वहाँ तो clearly पता लग रहा था कि dugout से live inputs आ रही हैं. वर्सेस आप कंट्रास्ट करें जैसे धोनी का, तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि स्टीवन फ्लेमिंग या जो बाकी कोचिंग स्टाफ है वो कोई भी इनपुट देते हैं धोनी को. तो इट्स अ स्पेक्ट्रम. एक साइड पे
इनपुट देते हैं, धोनी लेते नहीं है. आई डोंट थिंक ही वुड अलाउ द एनालिस्ट टू सिट ऑन द डगआउट एज वेल.
ट्रू. सो एक इंस्टिंक्ट बेस्ड या फियर्सली इंडिपेंडेंट कैप्टन है जो बिल्कुल ही रिलाई नहीं कर रहे हैं चाहे इनपुट आ रहे हो नहीं आ रहे हो. एंड एक साइड पे इयन मॉर्गन है जो कंप्लीटली एक्सेप्टेड है, और बीच में कहीं श्रेयस अय्यर फंसे हुए हैं बिफॉर्डल होके कि मैं डिसीजन डगआउट के बेसिस पे लूं कि अपना डिसीजन लूं. तो होता है, आई थिंक डगआउट से कैप्टनसी होती है, डिसीजन मेकिंग होती है, बट अल्टीमेटली इट्स द कैप्टन्स नेचर एंड द चॉइस कि वो उसके साथ क्या करे.
Okay, Khyati, between Mumbai and Chennai, do you think which of these teams, मतलब किस टीम के पास अभी, किस टीम ने अपने अगले साल के प्लान्स आइडेंटिफाई कर लिए और क्यों?
I hope it is Mumbai Indians, because they really need it. With Chennai, I think उन्होंने ना ऐसे 4 या 5 year plan कुछ बना रखा होगा, because they were like, see, Dhoni is going, and so they were like, we need to make a long term plan. So I think Chennai would already have it in the bag, but ठीक है, a lot of it didn't work. But I think Mumbai Indians definitely need like a short term कि भाई अगले साल क्या करना है kind of plan. So I hope they have that in place, because like we've been saying, auctions weren't great for them, and then whatever they formed the team with, it hasn't been working. So they are the ones who need it, like an
Okay.
immediate thing कि next के season में क्या क्या change होने, probably start like now.
Right, absolutely. Hold that thought, Khyati. Let's look at the playing 11 of Mumbai Indians, which is up on your screens. Pranay, would you like to, take us through that playing 11? What are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, I think playing 11 अच्छी है. I think this is consistent from last time, except there's Tristan Stubbs who's come in place of Karen Pollard.
And
And then
Ritik
of course there
Shokil
is
as well.
Riley. Yeah, and then there is Riley Meredith also. तो बैटिंग लाइनअप तो ये कंसिस्टेंटली ये बैटिंग लाइनअप ने फायर नहीं किया है, एंड अब तो तिलक वर्मा ने भी रन्स बनाने बंद कर दिए, तो वो बैटिंग इज स्टिल अ कंसर्न. आई डोंट नो व्हाई दे कांट फाइंड ब्रेविस इन, क्या हुआ है, maybe there is some injury or some, I don't know what has suddenly happened with that kid, but that would have been something जो future planning के लिए रखते हैं, playing him for a season,
Right.
testing him out, making sure के वो होता. And the bowling attack, I think it's Ritik Shokil has
More or
done
less
well
the same.
for. Yeah, जो भी chances मिले हैं, bowling attack is okay. They still have limitations. I'm not convinced कि Riley Meredith is that good a bowler, at least in Indian
At least in
conditions.
Indian conditions.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think he played for BBL also last year. So he's been off from competitive cricket for some time also. Actually, might be a bit undercooked.
Mitchell McClanahan
But yeah, exactly. Planning मुझे अभी भी मुंबई की missing है. Maybe next year Jofra Archer दिखेंगे. Who knows? Maybe that excites a little bit. Yeah.
But Khyati, what do you read about Rohit Sharma's lack of presence on the ground? मतलब एक होता है कि आपका कप्तान खड़ा है, एक होता है आपका कप्तान रन बना रहा है, और एक होता है रोहित शर्मा, who's, I mean, मेरे हिसाब से, again, correct me if I'm wrong, he's there, but that aura is not there. It's missing.
See, I think, but Rohit Sharma has never been that kind of person. Like, according to me, he's never been someone whose aura comes before him, whose aura precedes him. Like, if you talk about someone like Virat Kohli
Or MS.
like Sachin Tendulkar or something, they have an aura and their aura precedes them.
Right.
Rohit Sharma has never been like that. He's been more like inside into him. He comes, he plays, and like we've always say, that there's only one person who can take Rohit Sharma's wicket. That is Rohit Sharma himself. So I know we say it in a joke, but I think he's not someone who feels like he's omnipresent, that he's everywhere. So I think that's just his personality. Maybe that's how he is. But then the point is, you can always see him cheering. There is this expression on his team, and his team is not doing well, and then they get a breakthrough. So that is there. But probably, like, we've been saying that he is also like, yaar, main ab apne team ke sath kya karu? Who is going to be that player who's going to stand up and say, I'm going to deliver? So I think that is his problem right now. So he's like, probably we're like, acha chhod do, haal pe hi chhod do hame.
And to probably imagine Rohit Sharma saying that in his own typical Bombaya style of Hindi is somewhat even more funny. But anyway, Chennai Super Kings की playing 11 पे नजर डालते हैं. Unseen side है Ruturaj Gaikwad, Devon Conway. They have kind of found a good combination there. I think Devon Conway is amazing in my opinion. Moeen Ali, ठंडा गरम, but पिछले मैच में काफी गरम. Robin Uthappa, Shivam Dubey is there. Really hope this guy fires. Ambati Raidu is there. MS Dhoni, Dwayne Bravo, Simarjeet Singh, Mahesh Theekshana, and Mukesh Chaudhary. But Pranay, all said and done, if your life revolved around someone like a Deepak Chair, and then you are left with these bowlers who are not your first choice bowlers, let's just be honest. कितना pressure था MS Dhoni पे to conjure up a team and to at least get them to win some matches?
बहुत प्रेशर. आई थिंक इट्स एमएस यूजिंग हिज ओल्ड टैक्टिक्स, जो टीम इंडिया के टाइम पे भी जब नहीं थे, एक टाइम पे बॉलर्स कैसे यूज करना है, 6 out of 10 या 7 out of 10 बॉलर्स को, इवन 5 out of 10 बॉलर्स को, तो ही इज डूइंग अ गुड जॉब. I think Mukesh has done well. The left armer has actually done well. He can swing the ball a little bit. He's not Deepak Chair quality, but he's also not completely off. And Simarjeet did well in the last match. So you can see that at least they have a plan कि शायद these are their 2 or 3 two seamers at least for the future, and then when Deepak Chahar is back next season, at least थोड़ा सा उनके पास variety होगी. Why they let Josh Hazelwood go is a mystery. It should have been kept there. But वहाँ पे मुझे एक इनकी sorry, go on.
I said बहुत सारी mysteries हैं ऐसे तो चेन्नई में.
Too many mysteries. The only misfit I found in the playing 11, and maybe that's just the position, is Robin Uthappa. Not convinced that he's number 3 or number 4. And why they did not give their under 19 kid a chance to maybe bat down the order and flex some muscle. तो रॉबिन उथप्पा का थोड़ा सा उनका भी सीजन ठंडा ही रहा है, कुछ अच्छा नहीं किया है ऊपर भी तो, but maybe that's the end of the rope for Robin Uthappa also this season. It could be next season, you see something.
Yes, Khyati, you're trying to say something.
No, I have a question for you. This is not specific to this IPL, but over the years, what has been your reading of Shivam Dube?
Of Shivam Dube?
Yeah.
Shivam Dube इस साल, that I don't remember against which team he was playing. He scored a 89 or 90 or something. I think that completely showed his mind. And if you look back, अगर आप उनके मुंबई T20 लीग के मैचेस देखें, आप उनको सैयद मुश्ताक अली में देखें, तो he is that kind of a batter जो मैच आपसे छीन लेता है और आपको पता भी नहीं चलता आपके साथ क्या हो रहा है. सडनली बहुत सारे रन बन जाते हैं, सडनली बहुत जल्दी रन बनते हैं. But I think to keep him in the same light as maybe a Hardik Pandya is unfair because he's a batting all-rounder. He's not a bowling all-rounder. His primary skill is batting and not bowling. So I think उसके हिसाब से देखा जाए तो he's been fantabulous. And I think that innings I will always remember. I think Robin Uthappa के साथ उनकी partnership चल रही थी. And Uthappa was going at around 130, 140 strike rate, and Shivam Dube was going at 200, which was unbelievable. And कुछ सोच समझ के MS धोनी back करते हैं. But in the same breath, I would like to say that where is Rajwardhan Hangarkar? मतलब इतनी promise आई थी, इतने सारे videos चेन्नई सुपर किंग्स से बनाए थे, इतने सारे videos social media पे post किए थे of him training with MS Dhoni, and almost your 12th match, and you're still not there. But anyway, last final call. Matchups क्या देखने को interesting होंगे आपके हिसाब से? Let's start with Pranay.
I would love to see Rohit Sharma versus the left-hander. Rohit Sharma की वो एक weakness है. So I'd love to see if he's able to counter it. And of course, Dhoni versus Bumrah is always exciting. I love to watch. Master versus Prodigy नहीं है वो, but it's kind of the same way because Bumrah made his debut when Dhoni was the captain. बहुत अच्छे लगे matchups. And then I'm excited to see how the young kid goes from Mumbai Indians. लेके आए हैं, hype है उसकी भी, तो I'm hoping that we see some exciting batting from Tristan.
Okay, Khyati, matchups for you?
Nothing really, because there's nothing like there are exciting players, but सबकी performance इतनी ठंडा गरम रही है ना, तो then you like अच्छा क्या ही कर लेंगे, but then the least excitement you can be is like it's a battle of the bottom two sides and things like that. You can manage to excite yourself over it, but
देखते हैं क्या होता है. It is going to be an interesting affair because the two most successful teams in IPL history are going head to head tonight. It is the battle between Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super Kings. Please comment section में जाके हमें जरूर बताएं कि आपको क्या लगता है कौन जीतेगा मैच आज ये और क्यों. और साथ ही साथ प्लीज फॉलो करते हैं CricBait IPL अड्डा को रोज शाम को 6:50 में. तो आपके साथ होते हैं, कल फिर मिलेंगे. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you Pranay and Khyati for joining us. Also, one last reminder: please download the Editor G app and follow us on all social media platforms and take care of yourself.